So welcome guys back to another video on the channel. We're doing our match preview and predicted lineup for Arsenal's game against Manchester City in the Premier League. Obviously Manchester City are sitting top as Arsenal are sitting mid-table in 10th. So it's going to be a very tricky game for us as Kevin De Bruyne does return to Manchester City's team. He will do anyway because obviously when he faces Arsenal, KDB is going to be back. Ilkay Gundogan is also back in training, so he could feature for this game against Arsenal. But it's going to be very tricky for us. Obviously, we did play in midweek. Manchester City played in midweek as well. They played in the Premier League. They beat Everton 3-1. Riyad Mahrez scored a really good goal in this one. But we played in the Europa League. We played Benfica and 1-1 draw away in the away leg in Rome before we play next week before the Leicester game in Athens. So, we need to. Our priorities probably lie in the Europa League at the moment, but we can't rule out the Premier League because we are only 8 points behind top 4. So if you can get a run going, if you can get something going, I don't think it's out of the question just yet. But again, Manchester City is going to be a very difficult game. Pep Guardiola versus Arteta, part 2. It's going to be very tricky for us. And if we don't get our act together, if we play poor, if we don't do what we need to do, if we don't defend well, if we're not clinical, because that's the thing in the game against Benfica, we just weren't clinical enough. And if we are clinical in this game, then we can maybe nick something against Manchester City if that's a draw or even a win. But if we're not clinical, Manchester City have the ability to destroy us. And if someone like David Luiz plays and does a David Luiz style performance, or we even go down to 10 men or even 9 men, then it'll make it even more difficult for us in this game. And that's something we do not want because, Manchester City, they have the quality to absolutely pummel us, which is why I'm not confident. But also have one eye in the game on Athens on Thursday. So looking at the match stats, Arsenal have lost their last 7 league games against Manchester City. The Gunners have only ever lost more consecutively against Leeds, 8 between 1973 and 76. Since losing 1-2 at the Emirates in December 2015, Man City are unbeaten in the last 10 Premier League meetings, with Arsenal scoring at least twice in 9 of those games. Arsenal have failed to score in their last 3 home league games against Manchester City, losing each time. The Gunners have never failed to find the net in 4 consecutive home games against any opponent in their history. What a record that is if we manage to do that. Manchester City beat Arsenal 4-1 at the Emirates early this season in a League Cup tie. Only 2 teams have ever won away at the Gunners twice in the same season, Nottingham Forest in 1987 and 88, and Aston Villa in 1993-94. Arsenal have won just 3 of their last 18 Premier League games against the side starting a game top of the league, winning 3, drawing 4, losing 11, winning last time out against Liverpool in July 2020, 2-1 win. Obviously, Alisson and Van Dijk made huge mistakes in that one, and they won consecutive such games in August 2007, when the second win in that run came at home to Manchester City 1-0. So a lot of records to be broken there. And in the last few years, we really have, dropped ourselves. We have lost games like 3-0 and such. So really need to get our act together in this one, and that leads me straight on to my predicted lineup for this game. So first of all, starting off in goal, Bernd Leno. I think this one's pretty obvious. He is our number 1 goalkeeper. Matt Ryan might come in for the Europa League one. I doubt he will because Bernd Leno, keepers don't really need rest, and obviously when he did get suspended, Matt Ryan did well. So it's good to know that if a keeper does get, injured or is suspended, Leno does, then we have a good cover in Matt Ryan. But I'm very confident in it. Leno, did very well, come back from the suspension, not really done too much wrong. So I'm happy to continue with Leno in this game versus Manchester City. Moving into the back 4 now, first of all on the right hand side. I don't usually do this, but I think I have to. Hector Bellerin. He has been alright in the last few games, and I haven't had to make too many complaints of him like I used to do. And we don't really have anyone else there who could fit in. Obviously, we have Cedric, but he has played a lot of minutes recently. And I think, again, with our squad, we need to rotate because, if we don't rotate, you get players out injured. And Cedric, he has been, in these last few weeks, he has been a key player for us, covering our right back, covering our left back. So he's a big player for us. So I think Hector Bellerin, hopefully he doesn't get annihilated by Sterling, but I'll go with him in this game. Left back, Kieran Tierney, he did come off for half an hour in the game against Benfica. He did alright, he didn't do anything too great, he was a bit scruffy at times, but he's been out for 5 odd weeks, so what else do you expect? As a back 2, I'll go with Pablo Mari and Rob Holding. Obviously Pablo Mari, first of all, he's been, I don't know what's happened, apparently because of the £1 million we do owe Flamengo if he plays one more game. But why are we haggling over this? We're Arsenal Football Club, we're just never going to see him again or something. Like, when are we going to pay this 1 million and get him back in the team? Because him and Holding next to each other were really good, and that's where the unbeaten run started from, when we obviously played Chelsea, and then it carried on in the later weeks. Yes, we played lower opposition, but you saw in the game against Chelsea, these two look very good together, look very composed and such. So very good with these two. And Rob Holding, I thought he was benched in the game against Leeds because he played against Benfica, but we went with the unchanged side. So Rob Holding missed out on the last two. And as I said, the importance of rotation is very key. So I'd definitely bring Rob Holding back into this game and probably go with Luis and Gabriel for the next game against Benfica. So that is going to be my back four in this game. Moving into the midfield now, first of all, Mohamed El-Neni. I do put El-Neni in the side, but again, it's Manchester City. And the thing is, El-Neni is a good player. I just don't see why Arteta hasn't been using him over the last few weeks. And in my opinion, he's better than Granit Xhaka. Let's be real here. Benfica, Xhaka was really bad. He's played a lot of minutes. As I said, rotation's very key. So I put El-Neni straight into the team. Next to him, Dani Ceballos. Now, everyone's saying, look, don't give him, don't pay £22 million, don't pay this money for him. But if he's doing so well next to Ødegaard, who's also known for Real Madrid, we could sign him on a permanent. We could get both of them. It's just a shout. I'm being honest here. It's just a shout. But, these two play really well next to each other, which is why I'm going to go with Dani Ceballos and Martin Ødegaard, because these two, when they play next to each other, when they play with each other, they look so good. I just don't know what it is. They played with each other against Leeds. They both looked exceptional. They did it against Benfica. They both looked exceptional. I don't know what it is, but they both look really good together in the same team. I hope Arteta's noticed that as well, because they played consecutive games, obviously Leeds and then Man City. Leeds and then Benfica. So hopefully he does the same against Man City, because if we can form a little partnership there, I think that's very good going into the rest of the season, especially if we get deep in Europe and if we can make a push for Europe via the league if we can. So yeah, that's my three in midfield of El-Neni, Martin Ødegaard and Dani Ceballos. Moving into the front three now, first of all, on the right hand side, Nicolas Pepe. I'm going to switch it up a bit. I'm going to bench Saka because he did play in the game against Leeds. He played against Benfica, and as I said, I've said it all through this team. Rotation is so important, because the last thing you need is Saka to go down injured in this Man City game and be out for the rest of the season. That is the last thing you need. So, which is why I will put Pepe in this side. And I think Pepe, and on the left-hand side, I'll go Gabriel Martinelli. I think those two can provide a lot of hurt on Manchester City on those wings, and, going at those fullbacks who often do go forward and backwards a lot. And I think Martinelli can give Cancelo the run around. He has the potential to do that. He has the ability to do so. And I think if he can get at him, that'll be very good as well. So I think for Martinelli on that left-hand side, Kyle Walker, is it going to be against... No, who's on the left-hand side? Zinchenko versus Pepe. I fancy Pepe all day long. And I think if we can get Pepe on him, that could cause us, good problems, or Man City problems down that side as well. And I think that's very good. And he'll be rotating the side as well. I'm going to bring Smith out of the team. He looked knackered after that, but when he came off against Benfica, he needs a rest, 100%. And I'll put him off, and maybe he can play the game against Benfica, but we'll have to see. But up front as the main striker, I'll go with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He did nothing against Benfica, but in the last league game, he scored a hat-trick. So it just about shows his inconsistencies in the league this season, to be honest, with Aubameyang. And, he's because he did well in the league, and I think he came off after 70-odd minutes. So I think he came off because, he was getting rested for this game against Manchester City. And I think, why not put Lacazette in? Why not put this in? Why not put that in? I just want to go with this. This is what I want to go with. And I think, Lacazette, he needs to find himself way back inside, because recently he hasn't been scoring. And maybe he can play the game against Benfica or come on in this one, or maybe he'll start together with Aubameyang. But for me, I want to go with the team that will give us the best opportunity of winning. And for us, is that to put Aubameyang, Martinelli and Pepe as a front three. If that doesn't mean Lacazette is again, so be it. And Saka obviously gets rested for me. But that is my front three, and that is my predicted lineup for this game. So that is it for my predicted lineup for this game against Manchester City and my match preview. I just think we're going to get something in this game. I am not confident, because I am more focused on the game against Athens in Benfica next week, and see if we can get the job done there. Maybe Man City rotate a bit for their Champions League game. We'll just have to see what happens. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please leave a like and subscribe. A lot of content coming up in the next few weeks, so stay tuned. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.